What's going on, my stock market bulls and bears? I am your host, Terry, and welcome to the channel. Buy the dip. That is right, guys. Hope you're all ready for tonight's video. Got something really special for you. I think it's key that we get in and learn a little bit more about Apxt, ticker symbol APXT, guys. That's right. They had an interview on Bazinga with the CEO, TJ Jiang. So we're going to listen to a little bit of clip of TJ in his interview with Bazinga. There's about 3 or 5 minutes of it, kind of get us a little bit more in depth of Apxt and what exactly they are. And we're going to hear from the CEO himself, which is exactly what we want to do. We want to learn more, guys, about the actual company and why we're looking to invest in it. So, you know they're big with Microsoft and stuff like that, but we're going to hear some actual facts from the CEO. And we're going to talk about Golden Nugget as well, guys. We got some great stuff to talk about there. So, guys, hope you're all ready for today's video. If you are, hit that thumbs up and join the thumbs up nation. So guys, let's get to it. Let's go! Alright guys, so let's get to this clip. And the first part you're going to hear him talking about here, I got it dubbed up ready to go, is about why they chose a SPAC over the IPO process. And then we're going to follow up with the next question, going over Apxt's history and their partnership with Microsoft. So guys, let's get to it.
More compressed in a SPAC process versus a traditional IPO. So me and my team can focus on running the business. Our business is growing nearly 30% year over year here, and we're very excited to go forward. The market's fantastic. We have 7 million active users here in Office 365, but the goal is to get to 50 million. That's 10% of the Office 365 projected growth market. So again, with Teams being 115 million active users today, it's a fantastic market for us to scale up and grow quickly to capture.
Awesome. All right, guys. So right there, you heard it. I think he said they had 7 million active users, and their potential is to get up to 150. And the Microsoft Teams has around, what do you say, 150 million. So big numbers there, and they're currently only at 7 million active users, and we got plenty of room to grow. So the audio on the guy that was doing the interview from Bazinga is a little sketchy. So we'll listen to his question. If it's a little hard to understand, I'll pause it and kind of reiterate what he said so we can hear it clear for the video.
You've talked before about the relationship with Microsoft. So you help bridge the gap between what Microsoft Cloud offers and what the enterprise companies require. Can you kind of tell us what that entails as far as the relationship with your partners?
So basically, he just said he wants to talk about the bridge gap between Apxt and Microsoft and how they're there to help solve problems and solutions. So let's hear what TJ Jiang has to say from Apxt.
Yeah, so we have a relationship with Microsoft for the last 19 years. So our company has been around for 19 years, which for
19 year guys, they've been a part of Microsoft, so that's really good. A good thing there to want to get invested going. Let's get back to it.
A software company, it's rare, right? A 19-year software company is still the most exciting part of its evolution here. So we have always been a Microsoft ISV, independent software vendor. We develop products on top of Microsoft stack to complete the last mile problem for our enterprise customers. We really focus around enterprise customers around the world. 40% of our business in North America, 30% APAC, 30% EMEA. And the way we work with Microsoft is at a regional level. Microsoft sales actually have this IP co-sell program. It's an internal sales spiffing program that effectively incentivize the Microsoft seller to work with our sellers because everything we are working on are on Microsoft Cloud. We improve and accelerate Microsoft Cloud consumption. So all of our software sits on Azure, and it consumes Azure Cloud and compute, and then help customers manage their Office 365, which is Microsoft Office Cloud data. So there's that sales collaboration there. We are actually top 5 globally in terms of IP co-sell program in the same class as Adobe and DocuSign, much larger companies. And then
wow, guys, I think that's real exciting there, what he's saying, that they're in the top 5 of the cloud software services, up there with DocuSign and Adobe. So really, like the more I listen to this interview, I get really hyped, guys. This is getting really good. This is really good stuff we want to hear from the CEO. Let's get back to it here.
than AppPoint. So this means AppPoint is asymmetrically very, very important to the success of Microsoft Cloud, to Microsoft here. That's one. And secondly, we actually have a number of Microsoft MVPs as well as RDs, research directors. There's only 100 such people around the world. These are community evangelists that Microsoft selected to represent the community voice. And with that, we actually sit across 5 product committees, so what do they call PAC, Partner Advisory Councils. These are feedback committees. So we actually see the map time providing real-time feedback to Microsoft from the field, how our customers see their product, how we see their product, how our partners see their product. So this interaction allow us to see also where Microsoft's going, where they're investing, so we can stay ahead of the curve and go into the areas that, again, complete the last mile problem for the customers, so provide additional value. So we have this.
So real quick, guys, just want to touch base. They are able to see what customers Microsoft is servicing, and being AvePoint is like a third-party company through Microsoft, they're able to go help those customers of Microsoft as well, because Microsoft and AvePoint work together. So this is really great news that they're all working together. The management team, the 100 special R&D guys are all working together between these companies. And we see where Microsoft's at today. So this is really, really exciting, guys, that we're hearing this from the CEO and their plans and what they plan on doing with AvePoint here.
Win-win symbiotic relationship with Microsoft for the last 19 years. And in the cloud world, this relationship is going even better.
Awesome. So I know you've talked.
All right, so I just wanted to cut that interview there. Basically, he's saying that they have been a part with Microsoft guys for 19 years. So they have a great relationship. That's exactly what we want to hear. So this company is already working really, really well with the big dog Microsoft, and they've been together for 19 years, working together, helping each other out. AvePoint is doing the last mile fixing problems of the cloud software services. So, as you know, this is really, really huge. So, guys, you got to be getting in this play. I'm telling you, man, the more I've been digging in, doing some research on it, like I said, a lot of people is telling you just to buy it. But I'm going to tell you why to buy it, and I'm going to give you reasons why to buy it. And right here, the interview with the CEO TJ Jang is definitely making you get a little bit more, get the wheels turning, and why we're getting a little bit more excited about it. So, guys, real quick here on the Yahoo Finance, the market cap for Apxt Technology is $628 million. So it's definitely growing up on the market cap. It's definitely looking pretty good. And I did see in the article on the SEC filing, so the current ticker symbol is APXT. And when they look to change the ticker symbol during the merger, it's going to go to AVPT for AvePoint. So it makes sense. So that would be the new ticker if you didn't know that. It'll change from APXT to AVPT. So I think that's pretty interesting to know. So guys, now we're going to get into and talk about good old LCA, Golden Nugget. All right, guys, and here is this article that was posted on Friday, December the 4th at 8:25 a.m. Now, this author by the name of Ian here must have had a crystal ball, because we know what happened around Friday at 3 o'clock. Off to the moon is where it went. So Ian posted his article, and it says, Lcadia scores a big legal win as merger approaches. LCA stock winning streak should continue after a big legal victory. And like I said, man, Ian must have just had this in his crystal ball, because he predicted it right. And as we go down here, just kind of talking about a little bit how LCA and the SPAC and all that stuff. And basically there was a lot of people worried about the possible SPAC going through, because they were supposed to originally merge in November, and now we're in December, and now we got the official date, and that has changed the game, because now the vote will happen. And basically, as you know, these SPACs go in. The votes always go yes. There's no reason never to vote no. And like I said, Tillman owns the SPAC and the business. So this is a more 100% than any other SPAC merging than I've ever seen. So right here, talk about here how the Casino Controlling Board had approved the transfer of Golden Nugget's license away from the existing company to Lcadia Golden Nugget online gaming vehicle. It says, if the Casino Control Commission have found any troublesome about Lcadia's request, It could have killed the whole deal without a license. A gaming company isn't going anywhere. It says, fortunately, Lca had its paperwork in order, and the Casino Control Commission came through with the approval. Lca put out an official press release thanking New Jersey for its accommodating stance toward the proposed merger. So, impact of the decision. You could see how much traders were focused on this ruling by the trading action in Lca stock this past Wednesday. As the decision was being made, shares initially opened higher and were around $18. Then, however, regulatory body took a recess on that decision. And basically, this thing, you guys know, plummeted down $2 a share on the recess because people was afraid. And that is the last time I bought. I think it was 5 or 10. No, I bought like 5 or 10. Yeah, I bought 10 more shares. When this thing dipped Wednesday on that merger vote in New Jersey, I paid like 16 something a share. And I had those 10 on Robinhood. And I purchased them that day. And people said, Terry, you're crazy, man. They haven't even made the decision yet and you're buying more. It's like, well, why wouldn't I buy more? Because if I know this stock's going to $30, why do I have a problem buying it at $16? It's close enough to a double up. But like I said, long term, this thing can go $40, $50, $65, $80. I've seen people give this a $65 price point. I've seen people give this an $85 price point. I've seen people give this a $100 price point, guys. This is a whole new sector, so we really don't know where it's going to go. We really don't know, but I'm going to be here for it. So basically here, if we go down here to the verdict, I think it's pretty good. So what's next for Lca? Originally, we've been looking for the closing of the merger the end of November. This timeline may be pushed back a bit as the ruling ended near the shareholders of the meeting, blah, blah, blah. But we already know now that, it's all good to go. Next up, Lca's general counsel is receiving approval from the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. So now they're waiting on the SEC to approve the definitive proxy statement for mailing to our stockholders and approval from the stockholders of the transition, which will happen near the future, the council said. Still, this regulatory issue is now taken care of. The merger of all accounts should be able to close fairly quickly and set the new stage run for 2021. Yes, sir. So here's a little tidbit here. Remember how DraftKings went from the teens as high to 60 once its SPAC merger officially closed. Lca is unlikely to run quite up that far. Golden Nugget is still more geographically limited business than DraftKings. And that's just basically saying because Lca only has one state. But we know, guys, they're working on Michigan, they're working on Pennsylvania, they're working on Nevada, West Virginia, and Illinois. Probably missing one in there because there's so many of them to remember. But Lca is working on a lot. And this is what I like about this. If the evaluation is already this good, and every time they announce news on a state, news on approval, and news on a deal, it's just going to boost it up even more. It's going to be like a little spike up. It's going to go up $1, $2, $3 every time they announce a new legal state. So that is what's really exciting. Can you imagine what this is going to be when we get, say, all, I don't know about like Alaska and Hawaii, but at least the 48 states here in the actual United States, how it's going to be. I guess we can get it legal in Hawaii and Alaska as well if people up there want to gamble. And it says down here then, you could get similar sort of effect once the deal is done and hot money starts to come into the trade. He previously made an argument Lca stock being a worthwhile investment in the gaming industry. As the official Golden Nugget online gaming merger comes even closer to completion, the bull case is getting stronger. As such, Lca should have a further upside. And as we know, that is definitely true. As this thing got that official merger, man, this thing's been off to the moon. And you guys know it, man. We've been covering it here every day. And I just want to say, look at the market cap, guys. Woo-wee! And I've been calling this, guys, when we were back. And you can go back on my videos and look at this. When this market cap was $500 million. Then we went up to like $550 million. Then I think one day we came back, it was $650 million. Then we came back another time, it was like $750 million. Now we're looking at $924 million market cap. And wait till the merger happens, we will be into the billion. Maybe 1.3, 1.5 billion, maybe closer to 2 billion. I don't know where we're going to be. The way this thing's running up, I'm thinking we're going to at least about 1.3 to 1.5 billion dollar market cap when this thing sets in. So, yeah, really hard to tell, guys. So, really, really exciting. And if we go back here then to the Robinhood, as you can see, man, the week was looking great just on the whole portfolio as a whole. The one day, man, that's just crazy. Up $400 in a day on a small little portfolio. So that means my plays are popping. Like when I'm telling you guys to get into, man, the plays are popping. And I'm really hoping here, guys. I'm really hoping if we get in here to the one I'm really looking at, is this Tattoo Chef. I just got to touch base on it again. Just got to touch base on Tattooed Chef again, guys, because it had a decent little run overall on Friday. I can't complain. I mean, this thing went up like 32 cents. It was up about over 2%. So it's starting in the right direction. This thing actually started out like 1567 for the day, and it dropped down, man. This thing was down. So congratulations to people that was buying the dip down here, whether it was shares or options. And then we ended up on a positive at the end of the day. So we're about ready to break the $16 mark. And let me go back here and look on this. I mean, it's been a while for Tattoo Chef to kind of be above that $16 mark. So we could be in a little bit of something good here, guys. I mean, if I go back here, the last time this was even above 16 on the Robinhood chart. Let me see here. When was that 16 there? That was 17 something. So probably November 23rd. And ever since then, man, this thing's been kind of beaten up a little bit for about the last 2 weeks. And I think it's probably the most undervalued stock, I'm going to say, between this and Rocket Mortgage right now. Are two very underrated stocks. And I think, like I said, my bull thesis behind the Tattoo Chef, guys, is that New Year's resolutions is why I'm predicting this. People want to get the healthy plant-based foods. People want to get the cauliflower pizza. People want to get healthy right now. So I'm hoping, let's see if it got, yeah, it has my options contracts down here. So you guys can see I have three options contracts. And it says currently I'm down $16 on total on all three of my contracts, but whatever. I'm not really worried about that, but I have a December 18th strike and I have a January 15th strike, and they're both for $20 calls, but I have two of those contracts because I bought one of the Tattooed Chef contract, and I think I might have paid $80 for it or $85. And then I saw the price dip down, so I bought another one around like $60 or $65. So I think I'm like $140, $145 on those two January 15th deals. So guys, like I said, man, I'm hoping to call this one right. I have a good feeling about this Tattoo Chef. We're just so close away, man. I'm hoping this thing will take off, and everyone that has listened to me on this Tattoo Chef, I haven't heard anyone else talking about Tattoo Chef but me, and I just have a feeling, I'm hoping this can pick up here. We got around 2 weeks, hopefully, to get that small little contract, but I'm really hoping for that January 15th one for the New Year's. And maybe we can hear some good news from Tattoo Chef. Just a good article. Some article to come out, man. This thing will go back up. This thing was up over like $25, $27, guys, just a few months ago. So it's just a matter of time for Tattoo Chef to get a little bit of love. That's all we need, and we can get this off to the moon. So guys, hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that thumbs up and join the Thumbs Up Nation. Guys, I will catch you in the next one. And remember to buy the dip, just like the shirt, man. First link in the description below. So, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. So, baby, let's go!